What's it like going from the stage to the television screen? How do I apply the craft to voiceover? What's it like juggling a family and a successful career? We've set out to find the answers to, and more. This is Call Time with Duke and Joe.
Let's talk about the Marvel of Runaways.
Oh,
let's
great.
talk about the Runaways.
Yeah, that's probably now my favorite job I've ever done.
Oh,
really?
That's wonderful to hear. That's wonderful.
Why is it your favorite? Why does it stand out?
The friendships that I make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the women on that show.
You played somebody evil. You got to play.
I did. I played
Sure.
someone evil. It's also cool to be in the Marvel universe and sort of open yourself up to that kind of fandom and go to Comic-Cons and things like that. But no, the friendships that I made on that one were.
How did you translate that to the? Y'all have a lot of green screens, and how much was it practical versus?
It was a little bit of
virtual?
both. Yeah, I mean, some days you're talking to a piece of tape that's a dinosaur, and other days you're just in a scene with actors. So it was different. And also big scenes. There were 17 series regulars, so there was a lot of people. 10 people in the Pride, the evil parents. So a lot of our scenes were all 10 of us, or 9 of us sometimes. And that's not easy to do. So you learn a lot.
Do you find preparation different for this type of show?
Yeah, that one was just more sort of point and shoot. Like we're all here. They're not going to give you time to figure it out. You better know what you're doing. You better hit your mark. There's no time. Time is money.
Time's money.
Time's money on one of those
Definitely
big old
rolling
shows.
through that.
And the wardrobe and the hair and every inch of the lens is used. They shoot wide. You see your feet. You know, if you start to actually really study shows and you're like, oh, they start wide and then they zoom in. But these Marvel shows, they start really wide. You see everything.
Oh, really?
And then they slowly come in.
That kind of makes sense.
So you act with the whole.
You act with your whole body.
Your whole body for that period of time.
Your whole body tells the story. The set is telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
And you spoke about the green screen.
The green screen stuff.
How does our craft translate to talking to a piece of tape as opposed to?
I mean, you pretended you were a tree at some point. You've done more imaginative work in the theater,
Right. No, absolutely.
than on a green screen. But you just get used to it. You adjust and you connect with the other actor. And sometimes there is no other actor. And sometimes it's a piece of tape, and you just figure it out.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out.
Did your neck ever hurt? Yeah. Ryan is tall.
He's tall.
Yes, he's very tall. I've had a few. He's 6'4" and I'm 5'2". And I've had a few co-stars that are like that. Even this new on the Rookie, that the actor's like 6'3". My husband's 6'2" though, so I'm kind of used to that. But I worked with Corey Stoll on The Strain, and he's a very tall man as well. I think he's 6'3" or 6'4". So you kind of learn how to just look with your eyes. You don't actually look with your whole head.
I didn't mention that.
People
Another one of my favorite shows. You did The Strain.
Oh, The Strain.
Great
yeah,
show.
thanks. Yeah, that
Great
was a really
show.
good project. That's the project that I was doing in Toronto when I was auditioning for Runaways.
Oh, creepy.
Very creepy. Yeah, and also cold. We shot that at night in the winter in Toronto. I don't know why I said yes to that, but I sure did, and I loved it.
I sure did.
I sure did. And then I flew home to do the test and the pilot for Runaways, and then flew back to finish that, and then flew back to finish Trial and Error ADR, and then it was that period of time was
It's good to
lit.
stay busy.
It was lit. I was exhausted, but I was so happy.
Right. Can we talk a little bit about your family?
Yes,
Yeah. You brought up your husband. How did you and your husband meet?
At the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. The best dating app before there were dating apps.
Yes. Did you swipe? Did you?
I know. I swiped right. I don't even know. I've never been on an online app. I don't know how to do that.
Me neither. I just.
Yes, I know. We're old.
We
It's
know
okay.
you haven't, Joe.
Oh, stop! Wow.
Never too
Happy
late.
married man.
No, we met there, and I'm still friends with, a big old handful of our class. We're still very, very close friends. So.
How do you juggle it?
You just do it. Each
With
day is
kids
different.
and-
You just figure it out.
Yeah, because you're a parent too. You got 2
I
children,
have 2
right?
kids. Yeah, you just figure it out. You just, okay, who's got what kid? Where are they going? What are we doing? Who has the audition today? Even that. My husband was filming today an audition in our garage, and we're filming him. And then yesterday it was me. And then I had a commercial that I had to do at noon, and so we got his done. And then I logged into mine, and you just
Teamwork.
figure it out.
Right. So you kind of
Teamwork.
find that idea that you can't have a career in this business and family. That's baloney.
Well, there's so many people in this business that have families, so that's just not true.
You can't possibly.
Now, you're not great at everything at all the time. I mean, that there's times that the family misses you, and there's times that you miss your work. But other than that, you know, you just live in your life. There's times that your bank account, and this is this is your work.
There's always that.
There's always that, but there's also, you know, they know that we love what we do. My little girl today, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go. And like, where are you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go do a little show for the school that Dad and I went to, and we're gonna talk about acting. Oh, okay. And then now she says, break a leg, Mama. You know, I taught her how to say break a leg.
So what if she came to you and said, Mom, I want to be an actor?
Ooh.
I mean, you know, yes, if she wanted to become an actor or my son wanted to become an actor, we would support that, but we would encourage them to train. They can't just, I'm going to be an actor and just wing it, because you'll be miserable. You won't even have, in those days that you feel like you don't know what you're doing, even when you have training and you don't know, have a community of actors that you've created in a world and a support system of, you know, artists. You need to kind of have your gang to hang out with and rely on and run lines with you. So if they wanted to do that, we would of course support them in that. It's just a matter of taking it seriously. You can't just want to be famous.
Yeah, wow.
No.
I love that. Thank you so much for
that's
saying
great.
that. Because this business is so full of people who it's a job. They're not famous. They work daily. They get out there and do the trudge that everybody else does, the grind, if
It's
you
a
will.
craft, and I watch and study things, and you know, go to theater as much as possible, and theater will come back, of course, but anytime you're not inspired or you're so beaten down by a role you didn't get or something, or you've been unemployed for 6 months due to a quarantine, COVID, national, worldwide pandemic, you have to find ways to stay inspired. And so, you dive into certain things that you're like, oh, this is why we do this.
Breath of fresh air.
Breath of fresh air. You're like, oh, I've escaped this world that's burning on fire for a moment, and been transformed into this other world, and laughing and crying and learning something new. And then you're like, oh, what we do is important. What we do is essential. And so it will come back. You know, you guys are finding this as a creative outlet and sharing it with others. And that's what I was saying. When I'm down about what's going on with me, giving back is a way to keep me engaged and involved in the community that I so love being a part of.
Absolutely, that's great. We're gonna move. I got this rapid fire question.
Okay, I'm ready. I'll try to keep my answers short. I know I talk a lot.
No, it's been great.
This
yes,
is
these
good.
are quick answers to quick questions. All right.
I'm ready.
So, what's your favorite acting experience?
Acting experience? I gotta say Shakespeare in the Park.
What's your favorite acting style?
Style.
What kind of style of acting?
Oh, comedy, drama.
Comedy, drama. Classics.
I like a relationship-driven drama.
Absolutely. Who is the person you've been most nervous to work with?
John Travolta.
Was Grease a big part of your childhood?
No, he's just so lovely.
He's
and
John
I met
Travolta.
his beautiful wife Kelly, and he's just a lovely person, and he was a superstar. The other ones, I don't know, you know, John Lithgow and all these fun people too, of course, but no, John Travolta's he was dancing in the room. You're like, oh my God, he spun me and twirled me and dipped me. Like, come on.
Wow. Did you give Eric a call?
Yeah.
You never did me.
No,
you never did me.
Eric met him too. Eric was like, that's a movie star.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Just
Who do you want to work with the most?
Well,
That you
Chadwick Boseman. That was one. But Mahershala Ali, that's on my list.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant actor.
So, what is your favorite? Who is your favorite actor?
Who is my favorite actor?
Yeah. Or who do you go to inspiration for?
John Travolta.
Oh, well, yeah, Dr. Volta. I would say my favorite actor is... Oh, that's hard. I don't know. Me. I'm rooting for me.
There we go.
That's a great answer. I'm going to accept
I'm my
that.
favorite actor. Ding, ding, ding. Can we accept that one?
I'll buy that.
I love every actor because they're all different. They're all different
Absolutely.
vessels, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have respect for so many actors, so I don't know. There's like a small list of people that I'm like, I want to work with that person. I want to work with that person. And Mahershala's on the top of it right now.
I can see that. Dream job?
Dream job is playing a strong woman with depth that shoots in LA, that gives people a little bit of hope, and that a wide audience is attracted to.
In a relationship-driven drama with Mahershala Ali.
There you
We're
go.
just crafting your
There it
You
is.
just
smart
crafted
best
it. You
words
just
of
spoke
description.
it out
There
loud.
Well,
yeah.
you can't help but play strong women because obviously that's who you are.
Thank
You know,
you. Thank you. But a little bit of humor too.
Oh,
Keep
that
it
doesn't
like
say you
that.
can't be funny and be strong. Nothing
Exactly.
says that.
I know,
Nothing
you're right.
says that.
Right.
What's next?
Well, next is hopefully I get to complete the pilot that got shut down due to COVID. It was a pilot for NBC called La Brea. It was about the La Brea tar pits, a sinkhole, and at the bottom of the sinkhole was 2,000 years in the past, and I played the scientist that was figuring it all out. So it was a really big
cool.
project. I was really excited about it. I actually got to shoot my part of it, but the pilot wasn't completed. So that's sort of on the back burner until we are all back completely in production, and then hopefully. For now, I'm recurring on The Rookie, recurring on NCIS LA, and so I'll be working here in LA until the next thing. And if La Brea never comes back, there'll be something else.
Yeah, we'll be watching.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
fingers
you.
crossed.
Watching.
Okay.
There we go.
Final question.
Why do you get to do the final one?
Because I put it in
Final question for you, and then there's a final question.
No, that's
I put it in yellow and wrote it. I sent this to you a week ago, Joe.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Okay. But you'll get the final question in the next episode.
Okay.
So
I'm going to be really supportive.
Alec Baldwin said on the Inside the Actors Studio.
Ooh, I love him.
I do too. I can't think of any business where you learn more about yourself than this business. What have you found out about yourself and your journey?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably that, if you fall down, you get back up again. And that just happens so many times. And so I think I've now learned, no matter how dark it feels, I know I'll get back up again. Even in the darkness, I'm like, well, there's some light up there. And so I think I've learned that. Even in COVID, even in a pandemic, I'm like, well, there's still some light over there.
Somewhere.
I've learned how to find my light.
Good. Very important. Very important.
100% very important. Well, thank you
you.
so much
Thank you for
being
having me.
our guinea pig here. And we're definitely going to have you back. Our fingers crossed that your pilot gets
I
up
hope
and
so.
steaming
Fingers
and going
crossed. We'll see. No big deal.
Because I want to know about the pit.
I
me
know.
too.
What's
I
at
wanna
the
know
bottom
about
of the
it.
pit?
What's going
How
on
did
in
they
the
find
pits?
it? What's happening?
Yeah, what's down there?
I
What's
know.
down there?
What's down
Absolutely.
there? The drone. They couldn't find the bottom. All these things. It was one of those big budget, fun shows.
That sounds great.
I think we should say thank you for the loft
Oh,
as well.
absolutely.
The loft.
Thank you for the
Yes.
Loft
Thank
Ensemble for
our
allowing us to use
Beautiful
this.
theater.
It's been a great
Beautiful
theater.
theater.
Thank you, Angel. And this has been Call Time with Duke and Joe.